folks showed up for VAMM24. I was just going to do a quick turnaround video. Well, hey, Motor Warriors. Today is Thursday, the 11th of July, and VAMM officially doesn't begin until 4 o'clock this afternoon, but it's, I don't know, like 10:30 or thereabouts, and there's so many people showed up early yesterday that we're going to go for a little pre-VAMM ride. Now, a couple of years ago, pre-VAMM ride included me, Mr. G in 1965, the blue bike, and Doyle and his wife, her 3 wheels, and Glow Chicks. That's about it. But VAMM has gotten bigger every year, and so here we are with a whole bunch of riders going for a pre-VAMM ride. So it's always a good time. So hopefully, if you haven't been to VAMM, that you'll show up and we have a good time. We'd love to ride with y'all. But I'm going to let this run. I'm not sure exactly where we're going, but we'll get there when we do. Ooh, nice looking dog. I don't have ADHD or ADD. It's like telling a story and oh, look, a butterfly. But, you know, but I saw that German Shepherd, and I have German Shepherds. I love German Shepherd dogs, and when I see a nice looking German Shepherd, it'll catch my attention. If it was just some other dog, you know, who cares? You know, it's just a dog. I had a number of you tell me that you wanted to see more of the scenery in the areas that we ride. In front of me, right in front of me, I got Nona Grace and her husband Jim, some fine folks from Northwest New York, very different than people that are from like New York City area. Very, very nice people. Now, if you're from New York City, I'm not saying everybody in New York City is bad. Don't read something into it that I ain't saying. I'm just saying that people in northwestern part of the state and the country areas type, smaller towns and far enough away from New York City to not have to deal with high crime and congested traffic and all that, that they're different than the rest of the state. And behind me, I've got Ray Gregory Rides' wife, Katie, and I don't know who's back behind her. I don't know if that's Ray Gregory Rides or not. I can't see. And I forget the line of order of the people in front, who's all up there. I had to turn my bike around, so I kind of got in the back or towards the back area. But you can get an idea of how many bikes there are. I've got 2 or 3 behind me, and a number of them up in front. And I know that these videos, every time I go back and look at a video, they never do justice to what we're really seeing here. It is absolutely beautiful. And every time I come this way, especially when I live now in Middle Tennessee, have for the last 20 years, but home is East Tennessee, Johnson City area, and every time I start getting closer that way, I get homesick. I start seeing the mountains and take the back country twisty roads, and it's like it makes me homesick. And riding out here with Mr. G 1965 and his son Isaac, it makes me homesick. These old buildings back in the days when America was a much younger country. I'm not sure why everybody's all of a sudden going so slow, but hopefully y'all can see this.
So I decided what I'd do is some areas where I wasn't really saying anything, I thought I'd speed it up so you can still see the scenery. For 4 days before I left for VAMM, I was outside a lot, triple-digit heat, frying in my garden, frying out, working on my bike lane on the hot asphalt.
Do you see the bikes up there? And VAMM hasn't even started. We got this many people riding with us already. That's awesome.
Because I was so overheated, I was like, felt like I was kind of like borderline ready to have heat stroke or whatever they call that, and I was wore out, and so I didn't really say a lot, you know, this whole weekend on videos and stuff like that, because I was just halfway out of it because of the heat. It was triple-digit heat the day that we left too, so the day riding from Middle Tennessee to Tazewell, it was triple-digit heat until we got really close to Tazewell. So on my next video too, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I didn't really say a lot, so I'll probably just speed it up so you can see the scenery, but you know, I didn't say much. So I'm doing overdubs on this stuff. One of the things that I do, you know, for videos that tend to be long, as long as I can hear what they're saying if they're talking, I usually go to that little, whatever they call that thing for like the settings, you know, that little cog wheel, or whatever. I usually go to that and then hit 2 times the speed to speed it up. So when I'm watching a video that's kind of long, I just speed it up. If they're saying something and I can't understand what they're saying, I back it up and slow it down a little bit so I can hear it. So feel free to do that. Like I said, people were saying they wanted to see all of the rides, so kind of giving you a better idea. But on this one, there's sections where it was really pretty and sections where it's like you can't really see much on the GoPro. But hopefully you're enjoying the ride. Just looking at this stuff though makes me homesick for East Tennessee. Every time I think about moving back, it's like, but I'm so settled in where, you know, my house is now. It's like, it'd be rough to sell and move back. Watch these hummingbirds. There were so many hummingbirds, I couldn't believe it. And then by the time I turned my camera on, most of them were gone. Each night I wear a pattern from the bed to Jesus who died on Calvary's tree, shed his life's blood for you and for me. They pierced his side, his hands and his feet, and they left him a tramp on the street. He was Mary's own darling. that was like a, you know, 3-generation family singing. It was the husband and wife, their adult son, and then their grandson. And a few of the instruments they're playing, the older guy, the dad, actually made them. That was pretty cool. Well, Motor Warriors, I hope you enjoyed that ride, and thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. And remember to live your lives with the heart of a Viking warrior.